This brief video was created to describe the life and impact that Roy Lichtenstein made on the arts and education community. With inspiration from past artists and current events such as World War II, the influence of these events strongly encouraged how Roy Lichtenstein's work was inspired and produced. This video will also discuss some of the books and instructional materials that were created based on his style of work, and as well as how his big ideas shaped art education during his time. Roy Lichtenstein was an American artist who left his mark on art history. He sought to be just as memorable as Pablo Picasso with his artwork creations. He was an artist, a teacher, a graphic designer, and a father who aimed to achieve the best in everything he set out to create. Lichtenstein's contributions to the academic world of art include references to wartime, consumerism, and a new form of what would eventually become digital art. He also frontiered the inventive artistic movement of popular art known today as pop art. Working mainly in only one medium for the collection of his life, Roy Lichtenstein is a world-renowned artist today who will be known for years to come. He approached art with a very subjective view, with the idea that not everyone will look at art the same, that essentially one person's opinion of a work of art could very well be another person's favorite piece. In 1945, Roy was drafted into the military, which aided him into seeing the world. Post-World War II, he traveled through Europe, visiting France, Belgium, and various other countries until he learned that his father was ill and needed to return home. Upon his return, after his father's passing, he attended Ohio State University, where he also became a college professor. He also taught at New York State, Douglas College of Rutgers University, and New Brunswick University. Roy Lichtenstein provided significant influence to the profession of future art educators. His artwork was similar to other pop artists at the time in terms of flat, two-dimensional images, but his work exemplified the explosion of mass production of consumerism associated with the 1950s. Lichtenstein's subject matter, however, was already very well known. He produced art from the visual images, subjects, and techniques borrowed from picture magazines. This was unlike other artists, as his imagery was reimagined comic book photos and popular culture images like Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. Modern educators use both historical and popular imagery to evoke creativity among students to help inspire their artwork. The common reality derives from familiar and everyday perceptions. By exposing children to such images and providing Lichtenstein's work as examples, this greatly helps educators today to allow children to create fun, imaginable works of art. He also introduced a new technique to the world through his acrylic paintings by using a combination of techniques called Ben-Day dots and stencils. Invented by Benjamin Henry Day Jr. in the late 19th century, Ben-Day dots were a meticulous, inexpensive mechanical printing method of small colored dots that are variously spaced and combined to create shading and colors of images. What is important about this is that he was working in what would be looked at today as a form of digital painting, or pixel painting, before it was even invented. He also mainly used primary colors, reds, blues, and yellows, and was able to create images with movement and emphasis by use of simple line designs, and also with the help from onomatopoeia words. His artwork would also contain action words to give the images greater meanings, which awed the viewers. Lichtenstein, although popularized his art through paintings, also experimented and produced several sculptures. A majority of these sculptures were fabricated in concrete, steel, carbon fiber, bronze, and aluminum. Some of his sculptures, such as Barcelona Head in 1992, tops over 64 feet in height, which supports the opinion that Roy Lichtenstein was a bold artist who desired to ensure his artwork was seen by all who were nearby. His sculptures replicated that of his acrylic paintings with simple lines, Ben-Day dots, and primary colors as well. Hundreds of resources can be found today on the art and life of Roy Lichtenstein. A few noteworthy are discipline-based art education produced by the Getty Center for the Arts in 1991, which was designed to help art teachers understand how to incorporate the basic fundamentals of teaching art and providing sample units and resources about specific art movements and artists. The book also features pop art and ideas for how to recreate Lichtenstein-inspired works of art for kids. In 1997, Roy Lichtenstein's art, style, and replicated images will always be well known in the arts community. It is through his experimentation and process that today's educators are able to teach students how to create simplified but imaginative works of art.